yeah, last year they were really confident into the final, and now I think they're playing the same. They try to have this confidence for the final week. But I must say that it doesn't bother me because I'm way more confident in myself as well this year, and yeah, it's just yeah. I like the way the race went until now. I have a yellow jersey, which feels good for me, and I just do my own race, and yeah, normally if everything goes smooth, I should have a good legs next week and also on the final 3 days.
Thanks, David. Jonas, you have a question for Tadej?
Hi, Tadej. I'm Jonas from Danish media. Can you tell us about the conversations that you, Jonas, and Remco had on the battle on the gravel parts and in the battle yesterday, where it seemed like there were some frustrations and feelings towards each other?
It's just normal in the race. There's not a lot of communication. It's just more gestures or whatever, just small words. But yeah, everybody knows what they need to do. And yesterday was the race like this. Me and Remco, we were eager to go to the finish line, to also maybe fight for a stage win there. We were already in the winning break. But yeah, if Jonas don't contribute at all, then of course, yeah, stage win or yeah, gaining time on the other GC riders goes into the water, then of course you're not happy with this. But it's just the way it is, and yeah, yeah, it was still nice racing yesterday in the gravel. So yeah, I was pretty good also. My legs were good and was a pretty good day.
Vasco, do you want to come in with a question for Tadej? Vasco from Portugal asks, Jonas Vingegaard has been racing very close to you in the first week. Just from being close to him, do you get any impression of his shape?
Yeah, already on stage 2 when we went up to San Luca, we did best time up there. Even though if it's not the fastest approach, we still beat the record for 20 seconds. And Jonas was pretty good holding on my wheel. So yeah, I must say that Jonas shape after stage 2, we can see if you go that fast up to San Luca, your shape is pretty good. And also the way he's riding in the peloton, following the wheels of teammates, always staying in the front, he's super focused, sharp. So yeah, he's doing the downhills and taking risks in the bunch. So yeah, I think he's a pretty sharp and in very good shape.
Thanks, Vasco. Yuri Ducanup from Belgium says, are you satisfied with the gaps on your main rivals after the first 9 days of the tour?
Yeah, I'm pretty satisfied. Last year it was other way around. I had to close down the gap to Jonas. I managed to come to minimum 9 seconds, I think, and it was pain in the ass not to overcome. But yeah, this year is other way around, and I'm more comfortable now with the lead, 33 seconds ahead of Remco. It's not crazy a lot, but yeah, also the way he's riding is super close. So yeah, we can see great battles on the next stages, and also yeah, other guys, Jonas and Primoz are pretty close as well. So yeah, it's better to be in the front at that point for sure, but it's not crazy big gaps.
Thank you. Vincent asks, did you think before the tour that at this point you would have a bigger gap than Jonas?
Honestly, I didn't know how good he is, like, until they announced that he goes to the tour. And then when they announced that he's going to the tour, for sure he would not start if he wouldn't be in top shape. And yeah, I after the stage 1 and stage 2, stage 2, I already see that he's super good, and that I cannot take crazy gaps because he's just I don't know why should I have why should I supposed to have a bigger gap when he's somebody so good.
And Daniel Fried, broadcaster from MyTV4, comes in with Jonas said this morning that he wasn't as strong last year, and maybe seem a bit stronger. Is that a fair assessment?
I don't think so. I think they tried to downplay a little bit, but just like I said before in San Luca, I think I mean, if that stage would be last year, I don't think we would go so fast up there. So yeah, I think he's trying to downplay a little bit, and but for me, from my side, I don't care really. I just focus on my legs and enjoying on the bike and enjoying yellow jersey and feeling good on the bike every day.
Maxime asks, he says, you and Remco are sharing an offensive racing style. How much do you enjoy riding with him? And could you try something together to put Jonas into difficulty?
Yeah, I mean, really head off to Remco. It's our first Grand Tour together, racing against each other, and yeah, so far it's pretty fun to race against him. He is yesterday we saw that he can be super aggressive, and he's just a tough challenger. And but for me it's really nice to see a guy like him going full gas when he can and try to make the difference. So yeah, he's really good, and he's also super good shape.
Tom Mustroff asks, if you compare the Giro and the Tour, how much harder is the Tour? And yeah, what are the similarities or differences between the two races?
The Tour, it's completely different. You can see the bunch is so much more stressed. There's so much more going around, not just in the race. I mean, in the Giro, it was already good for me because the stage 2 was super hard and I gained a lot of time. But now everybody is more or less close after 9 stages because there was not too many, no many climbs. But yeah, I mean, physically was both really is both really hard. It's just the Tour is just a bit tiny bit more stressful, more on the edge. More guys is also in good shape, so there is always a bigger group. But Tour is the Tour always.
Christian asks, do you think Jonas is afraid of you, and are you afraid of Jonas?
No, I'm not afraid of him. I would say yesterday I was more afraid of Remco because he was really flying. But I'm not afraid of anyone. I just need to have every day a good day, like so far, and like normal when I'm in normal shape, good shape. So yeah, but I think yesterday, I could see that Visma was afraid of me or whatever, of who from us. So you could see that when Remco goes or anybody else had a gap, Jonas didn't care. He was just caring about me, and the team took the rest when Primož was held back. Then they put the team front to the right. If I would be in the back, probably also Jonas would ride the same. So yeah, it was just this dynamic that Jonas is focusing on me, and I think he's a little bit afraid, but yeah, we will see in the climbs how it's gonna go.
Okay, a lot of Jonas questions coming in. So do you think, we'll take a few more of those, do you think Vingegaard's tactic is to attack you mentally? Of course you have good legs, but do you have a good mental strength, and how do you train that?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I mean, if they're trying to attack me mentally, they're not succeeding. Also they're quite for themselves. They race totally against me, but this I'm now used to it, and yeah, already the last 3-4 tours, it was always the same. So I'm getting used to this, and it doesn't hurt. And we just yeah, I have to be my own, and I have to do my own race.
We're gonna skip ahead a little bit. Michael asked, the way you race is a spectacle because you attack when you feel like it, but what do you think about those who think that you should calculate more?
Well, I don't know. What was not calculated in? I mean, in Galibier, I gain almost 40 seconds, so and it's not so bad attack.
Looking ahead to next week, there's a question: what's your view on stage 11? More than 4,000 vertical meters, the second big climbing test. Will this be a day to launch an attack?
Well, the stage 11 is a pretty complicated one because it's super long stage, up and down, nothing crazy until the last few 10 of kilometers, like I don't know, 50-60 kilometers is super hard, but before it's really hard to control. I think a lot big breakaway will go, and maybe stays the breakaway then. But yeah, it would be lovely to go for stage 11. But yeah, it's a nice climbs also, and yeah, but we will see. First things tomorrow. We need to survive another sprint stage, and then we will see how the race develops on stage 11. But for sure, will be a pretty tough day.
And looking ahead to next week, also stage 14 and 15 are climbing days. How much do you know about those stages, or have you reconned them?
I didn't recon, but I know some of those climbs, and yeah, we have a homeboy Pavel Sivakov for Plateau de Bay, so he's really excited for Sunday. And the stage 14 Adam knows really well. Also, I know the two climbs before pretty good, so I'm really looking forward. Pyrenees was always good for me, and yeah, we will see. I think it's gonna be exciting weekend.
And just to finish off with the last couple of questions, guys, in English before we switch over. Do you think the gap will be bigger at the end of this week, or do you believe that the race for victory will be open between the main contenders still?
Yeah, for sure. This week was 9 stages. Was a bit more conservative with the stages. Was not a lot chances to do gaps, but big gaps. But I think especially stage 15, there will be more bigger gaps because it's so demanding stage and long. So there will be a lot of pain in the legs, and yeah, I think we're gonna see bigger gaps in the end of this weekend.
And finally, from Michaela, maybe just to wrap up, you can tell us where we are today and what you did and how the rest of the day's gone.
Yeah, we stay in one small hotel, small room. Luckily, I'm not so much in the room because I need to do press conference. I need to go ride the bike, but we had a good loop thanks to Niels Pollitt, and we find a good coffee shop in Orleans. So it was pretty solid morning. And now, yeah, I need to do this, talk to you, and then I hope I get a massage, and then it's already almost finished the day. It goes too fast, the rest days.
But he loves every minute of it. Okay, we'll leave it there, guys. We'll see you all at the race tomorrow, where hopefully we'll have another press conference at the end of the day.